What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy TDT coming back at you with another video. Hope your trading week is going good so far. We're just tuning in for a little midweek check-in. Okay, let's see what has transpired through this week so far. So let's kick it off with DXY US dollar, and you can see that we did get some bullish action as price moved into this small gap that I notated on the blog. I put a post out there on Tuesday, or it may have been Monday, talking about this tiny little gap that it moved into. It's very small, but it definitely is there. I want to see if through the week, if we're going to close in this gap completely. Let's take a look at that on the daily. And remember, we said that price may have pushed forward on Monday. It did so immediately, going and tagging that liquidity right there. And you can see price is still holding that position and moving forward after tapping back into this small little piece of inefficiency that we see here. It appears to be maintaining that bullish energy back into this gap. So we're going to monitor that. We're going to take a look at these levels on this wick, and tomorrow you want to monitor what happens at mainly the median and the top quarter and the bottom quarter, and we want to see what transpires as price moves into those areas going into Thursday's price action. Let's move on over to our next pair here, ES. And remember, we talked about this weekly gap that was here. Let's move out to the weekly so you can see on our projections that I did on Sunday. We talked about price being in this gap, and you can see handsome move, nice push straight out, pushed straight into all-time highs. Once again, let's look at that on the daily, and you can see that we had 2 good days up. Once it took the liquidity, there could have been a short in the afternoon, or yeah, that would have been in the afternoon today. Right now, price has tagged that liquidity, so tomorrow we want to see it. Let's see, we want to see if it can maintain this gap right here. You see, we got a gap right here. We'll monitor how price interacts with that gap doing Asia. And if it wants to pull back further, there is another gap here that it may want to tag into. There's also an inversion here that we want to be aware of going into tomorrow's price action. For my ES traders, those are your levels you want to keep an eye on going into tomorrow's price action, okay? Let's jump into the NASDAQ. That nasty Nas. Okay, so today you see we did have 2 bullish days, Monday and Tuesday, going straight for that liquidity above the market. Right here, liquidity was tagged today, and we had a small pullback going into this gap here. So once it entered this gap today, it would have been a nice move to just catch like a sell after the run up, or if you wanted, you could catch that run into that gap. I'll start doing intraday stuff in a few, I want to say maybe in a week or so, because I got to get my schedule together, and then I want to do more on the channel. But right now I just want to keep it nice and simple because the videos get really long really quick, and I did not get to do YM this week. So let's take a look on the weekly. As we can see with the other ones, it's very bullish at this moment. So let's move into the daily, and tomorrow we'll see what price does as it enters into this gap here. I would say sometime over the Asia range will probably be a nice sell into that gap, and then seeing how it interacts with that gap going into London, and then we'll see where we're at in the morning for New York. But for now, I think it's going to keep falling into this gap here. Once it enters this gap, we want to monitor how it interacts. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. I'm gonna keep this one short because the videos get really long, and I kind of want to build a little audience up, get people used to my delivery, and then we'll dive deeper and deeper as the year goes on. So I hope everyone is having a good week. I'm wishing y'all all the best. And this is TDT signing out. Peace, baby. One more quick note here, folks. I want y'all to stay aware that this week we have NFP this Friday. So, for my NFP protocol, folks, y'all know what that means. For anyone else, y'all just be careful going into tomorrow and be prepared for what happens on NFP this Friday at 8:30. Be there or be square. We also have preliminaries at 10 a.m. as well, okay? Peace.